Two legendary voices. Two unforgettable careers. For decades, Engelbert Humperdinck and Tom Jones ruled the music charts and captured hearts around the world. But behind the scenes, tension had been building for years. Now, Engelbert has finally broken his silence, and what he said to Tom Jones left fans stunned. Here's the full story. From friends to rivals. In the 1960s, Engelbert Humperdinck and Tom Jones were two of the biggest stars in the world. They came up through the British music scene around the same time and even shared managers. Engelbert had major hits like Release Me and The Last Waltz, while Tom Jones was taking over with It's Not Unusual and Delilah. They were often seen on the same stages, in the same magazines, and even in the same hotel rooms while touring. At first, they were friendly, laughing together backstage and cheering each other on. But as the fame grew, so did the competition. Their careers were constantly compared in the media. Fans would argue over who had the better voice, who had more charisma, or who had sold more records. And while neither man spoke out about it in the beginning, the pressure was always there. Industry insiders say that behind the scenes, there were jealous glances, unspoken tension, and a growing feeling that only one of them could be king. Things got worse when Engelbert started gaining international fame at lightning speed. Release Me knocked the Beatles off the #1 spot in the UK, something nobody expected. Suddenly, he wasn't just Tom's friend and fellow singer, he was a real threat. That's when their friendship started to fade. Rumors of backstage arguments and canceled appearances started swirling, but both men kept quiet. They smiled for the cameras, but the rivalry was real, and it was growing stronger. Some insiders say Tom Jones began feeling like Engelbert was copying his style. Tight pants, powerful ballads, the smooth moves. Others say Engelbert felt Tom was always one step ahead in promotion and media attention. Whatever the case, their relationship was never quite the same. What had started as a friendly rise to stardom slowly turned into something colder, more competitive, and full of hidden tension. For many years, Engelbert and Tom avoided speaking about each other publicly. Interviews would come and go, and journalists would often try to bring up their connection. But both men remained tight-lipped. Fans could tell something was off. They never performed together, never mentioned each other in award shows, and never appeared in public at the same time. Behind the scenes, things weren't much better. According to people close to both artists, there were offers from TV networks to do joint appearances or duets, but neither side ever agreed. It was as if both singers were walking separate paths that used to run side by side, but now refused to cross. Some said it was pure ego. Others believed it was a deep wound that had never healed. In the 1980s and 1990s, both men had to fight to stay relevant. The music scene had changed, and younger artists were taking over. Yet both Engelbert and Tom managed to hold their ground, especially in Las Vegas and international markets. They had loyal fans, powerful voices, and a timeless charm. But their rivalry continued in silence. If one got a big deal in Vegas, the other would book a show right after. If one released an album, the other would launch a tour. It was a game neither admitted playing, but everyone could see it. The oddest part was how similar they remained. Both had signature songs that millions could sing along to. Both dressed with flair and elegance. Both sang with passion and heart. And yet, they never once shared a stage to honor their shared legacy. That silence spoke louder than words. The fans, of course, never gave up hope. There were online forums filled with debates, petitions asking for a duet, and endless discussions about what really happened between the two legends. But the truth was locked behind smiles, silence, and decades of unspoken feelings. Until recently. In 2024, a major music tribute was organized in London to celebrate British legends of the 60s and 70s. Both Engelbert Humperdinck and Tom Jones were invited, but neither confirmed at first. Rumors flew that one would cancel if the other came. But in a surprising twist, both showed up. The energy in the room shifted the moment they arrived. The crowd buzzed with anticipation. Cameras followed every step, hoping to catch a moment between the two. For most of the evening, they stayed apart, mingling with other guests, giving polite interviews and posing for photos. But just before the closing ceremony, it happened. Engelbert was standing near the VIP area when Tom walked in. The two locked eyes for the first time in years. There was a brief silence, and then Engelbert walked straight up to Tom. Witnesses say the air felt electric. Everyone held their breath. Would they argue? Would they hug? Engelbert spoke first. His words weren't angry, but they were strong. He told Tom it was time to let go of the past.